Hi, Kate Stewart, the mayor of Tacoma Park, here to say thank you to MANNA for all the work that you do in our community to help families and seniors access the nutritious food they need. And tonight we get to celebrate heroes like Bruce Adams, Cigna, and the Rainbow Community Development Center for all their work in collecting and distributing foods throughout communities in Montgomery County. Thank you so much for your work every day, and in particular in this last year. I can't imagine having gone through this last year without the partnership of MANNA and heroes that we are celebrating tonight. And I know that as we look to the future, that we can all work together to fulfill the mission of making sure that Montgomery County is a community in which everyone has access to nutritious food to live fulfilling lives with dignity. So thank you for all the work you're doing.
I'm Councilmember Evan Glass, and MANNA is important to our community because our community is experiencing historic levels of food insecurity. Over the last year, so many of our neighbors worried about how they would feed themselves and their families, and that's where MANNA stepped up. You had already been a leader, helping provide food for those who needed it, but when the challenge came to do more, you stepped up. So I want to thank all the staff, the board, and the volunteers for your tireless dedication to ensure that Montgomery County residents are healthy, safe, and fed.
Hello, friends. This is Council Vice President Gabe Albernaz, and I am so honored and thrilled to be here to recognize these incredible heroes against hunger and this wonderful award ceremony that is sponsored by MANNA Food. And I think this award has added meaning because it is being presented by MANNA Food, who is one of the most important community-based organizations that we have here, not just in Montgomery County, but in our region. Their leadership through this unprecedentedly challenging time has been nothing short of heroic in its own right. And it's also special that we're recognizing my good friend and mentor in many ways, Bruce Adams, who I had the opportunity to work with in the previous administration. Bruce is a hero for so many different reasons, and I want to thank him for his continued leadership, and also thank our corporate hero, Cigna, and our community hero, Rainbow Community Development Center, for your leadership in our community as well. This has been a tough year. It's been disorienting, it's been exhausting, and in many ways tragic. But it's heroes like this that give me hope for our future, and it's organizations like MANNA Food that really give me a high degree of optimism going into next year. We're going to make it through this. We're going to make it back stronger. Thanks to all of you. Thanks so much.
Hi, it's Jamie Raskin, Congressman from Maryland's beautiful 8th District. I want to salute MANNA. MANNA is important for our community because there are millions of hungry Americans and tens of thousands of hungry Marylanders, and MANNA mobilizes people to focus on that with concrete, effective actions. So thank you, MANNA. And we are very grateful for Bruce Adams and for Cigna and for the Rainbow Community Development Center, because these people demonstrate that the highest accomplishment that there is in life is to serve other people. The greatest achievement is to make it possible for other people who would go hungry to eat, to make it possible for other people who would be despairing to have hope. So thanks to all of you, and thanks to MANNA for bringing us all together every day of the year.
Hi, I'm Chris Van Hollen, and I'm proud to represent our great state of Maryland in the United States Senate, and especially pleased to be joining the MANNA Food Center for their Heroes Against Hunger Awards. In these challenging times, when so many of our neighbors in Montgomery County and across our state are experiencing food insecurity, the good work done by the team at MANNA Food Center could not be more important. And that sentiment also applies to each of today's award recipients who have been on the front lines of keeping our communities healthy and fed. We need heroes like Bruce Adams, the team at Cigna, and the Rainbow Community Development Center, because no one should have to wonder where their next meal is coming from. You inspire us all, and I want to thank you for your commitment to helping feed and nourish our state in normal times, and especially during this pandemic. Congratulations to all of you on receiving today's award, and thank you for your continued good work.
Hi, I'm Delegate Lori Chakrudian, and I'd like to take this opportunity to honor community champions in the fight against hunger at this year's Heroes Against Hunger Award ceremony. I am so proud to congratulate Bruce Adams, Cigna, and the Rainbow Community Development Center for the tremendous work they've done to address food insecurity in our communities. The COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated food insecurity in Maryland, but thanks to efforts like those from Bruce with the Feed the Hungry Challenge, Cigna for their partnership with the MANNA Food Center, and the Rainbow Community Development Center for their role as a food hub, our communities are in a better position to combat these issues. Thank you again to our honorees for serving as a role model during these times of need. I'm so thankful and appreciative of the work you continue to do in our communities.
We need heroes like my friend Bruce Adams, Cigna, and Rainbow Community Development Center now more than ever. Over the last year, our county has faced unprecedented challenges. The COVID-19 pandemic has been a massive test to our social safety net. It has taken the cracks in our society and has blown them wide open. Many of our residents lost their incomes and experienced food insecurity for the very first time, and they didn't know where to turn. But thanks to community champions like Bruce, Cigna, and the RCDC, there was a helping hand. They've been leaders in our community in the fight against food insecurity long before the COVID-19 pandemic began. Working with MANNA, these champions have lifted up our residents when they needed support the most. I am truly grateful and commend them on this recognition this evening as long-standing heroes against hunger. Montgomery County looks forward to a continued partnership with MANNA and with each of you. Congratulations on this well-deserved honor, and with our deepest gratitude, thank you.
I'm Judd Ashman, Mayor of the City of Gaithersburg, and I'm here to say that MANNA is important to our community because, frankly, as much as we try to foster economic opportunity for everyone, there is food insecurity. Our community needs people like the volunteers and staff at MANNA to step up and not only help make a dent in that food insecurity, but to inspire the rest of us with their goodness, generosity, and leadership. I offer our fond congratulations to Bruce Adams, Cigna, and the Rainbow Community Development Center for their being named Heroes Against Hunger. Particularly during the last year, I'd stack that title against any Knight of the Round Table. Thank you all.
MANNA is important to our community because of the commitment they have to Montgomery County residents to make sure that all of us live with dignity and have access to healthy, nutritious meals. Food is not only one of our most basic human needs, it creates community. It brings us together. MANNA has been and continues to be there for families and individuals who haven't always had access to food. In their darkest hour, MANNA has stepped up, and we thank you for all your work. Congratulations also to Bruce Adams, my friend, Cigna, and Rainbow Community Development Center, for all of our heroes who are doing so much to ensure our residents in Montgomery County have what they need and have access to opportunity. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Good evening. I'm Jackie DiCarlo, CEO of MANNA Food Center, and I'm delighted to welcome you to the 2021 celebration of Heroes Against Hunger. We're going to be awarding our special friends Rainbow Community Development Center, Bruce Adams, and Cigna. Now, we're going to have a lot of fun, but it's a sad moment. We know that because of the pandemic, we can't be together safely in person, but there are lots of ways to participate. First of all, you can type a message in the chat that are on live chat that's on the side of your screen. You can also make a secure donation using the link that's at the bottom of your screen. If you prefer to text, you can write MANNA to 50155. Your gifts help make our essential work possible, and we thank you. At the end of the evening, we're going to have fun with a virtual toast. It's going to be very easy. You'll need a glass, your favorite beverage. You'll need to not drop the top. Take a selfie of yourself. You're going to text that selfie to a number that will also be on your screen. It's like an NPR telethon. Operators are standing by. But for now, we're going to start the show. So let me turn it over to our hostesses for the evening, Mardia and Jenna Umbriac. Take it away, ladies.
Hello, everyone. Hi out there, and welcome. I would like to take this chance to thank Jackie and to thank all the elected officials who sent in their comments, including Congressman Van Hollen, Representative Raskin, Council members Juwando, Friedson, Albornoz, and Glass, Delegate Charkoudian, and Mayors Judd Ashman and Kate Stewart. Thank you for your leadership and your continued support of MANNA. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the great Department of Health and Human Services, who made sure that the 3 MANNA staffers who are in this room right now were fully vaccinated before this event. Yes. Thank you. My name is Jenna Umbriac, and I have the privilege to serve as the Director of Programs at MANNA. I've been there for 9 years, and I would say MANNA and I are pretty close. You know, Mardia, we were actually born the same year, MANNA and I. I did not know that. Yeah. We actually have a lot in common. Like what? We both love food. We both love community service. I did not know MANNA when it was growing up, but I'd like to think we would have been friends. I think so. Our first names were actually even really similar. Jenna. Do you think that when MANNA was growing up, people thought its full name was MANNA for 2?
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Mardia Dennis, and I work with Jenna. I have the pleasure of working with Jenna here at MANNA. I'm the Director of Communications and Development, and I just wanted to say that I think MANNA and I probably have the same taste in music, and I'm going to leave it at that. But we are really thrilled to have you here this evening. I see so many of you chatting with us, and we're just so happy to be here. This event would not be possible without our sponsors, so let me first say thank you to all of our sponsors in the community. Our event sponsors and our community level sponsors don't just lend financial support, but they lend all of their community engagement, and in so many ways, they make sure that we make events like this happen.
Yeah, and let's take a time to check out the chat.
Yes.
If you haven't said hello yet, please do, because we want to make sure we're not alone.
Hi, Yelba. I see a couple folks in there. Stephanie, Teresa. There are so many people that we see.
So many MANNA staffers. I see Katie and Agar. I see previous MANNA staffers, Stephanie.
Michelle. I see Lisa. I see some board members.
Forrest was here.
I see our honorees. So exciting. Thank you all. This is going to be a fun evening. We've got so much planned for you.
So community investments like the ones we hope you'll make tonight and the ones that Mardia mentioned have fueled MANNA's impact for 37 years. And community generosity will make sure that we can be a community asset for years to come. At this point, I'd like to introduce Jessica Nardi. Jessica is a member of our board and is also on our special events committee. and she's here to tell us a little bit about MANNA's future.
On behalf of Board Chair Lisa Davis and the entire board at MANNA Food Center, I want to thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Jessica Nardi, and alongside fellow board member Dr. Forrest Daniels, we've had the privilege of working with a great group of individuals on the Special Events Committee to make tonight happen. I'd like to thank Tracy Schwanger, Elgin Martin, Mardia Dennis, Jenna Umbriac, Sam Miller, Therese Lampe, and the Community Food Rescue Runners, as well as many members of the MANNA staff. Speaking of the MANNA staff, I'd be remiss if I did not thank each and every one of you for all of your hard work and resiliency this past year. As we know, COVID-19 has presented challenges like none other, and this staff remained focused on the mission and just kept serving. And for that, we cannot thank them enough. Of course, tonight we commend our heroes, which the board selected based on nominations from the community. Partnership is a core value for us here at MANNA, so we'd like to thank the team at Rainbow Community Development Center, Cigna, and Bruce Adams for all they've done to fight hunger in our region. While reflecting on past contributions, we also want you to know that the board is laser focused on the work we need to do moving forward. We are supporting our staff, we are connecting with the brightest thinkers and doers in our area, all while we focus on the critical work of justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. MANNA Food Center was founded almost 40 years ago, and we will not stop until there is food for all. Thank you all for joining us.
Board members, hands down.
We really do. Thank you, Jessica. But you know, like Jackie said, we are a little bit sad that we can't be together in person, but we know you're at home and there's so many ways that you can still get involved with us. So don't forget, she mentioned that you can text to donate. You can text the word MANNA to 50155. When you make your donations, we will see them here and we will be able to shout you out. So thank you very much to those that have already made some donations. We see them coming in. And also, don't forget, like Jackie mentioned, you can take your selfie and send it to us. And we will post all the selfies at the end of the show.
For our toast, I guess I'm excited about the toast, sorry. But right now, it's time for a game we're calling MANNA LIB Theater. The way this works is that we are going to ask you for some silly words, some verbs, some adjectives, some nouns. So you English majors out there, this is your time to shine. And we're going to write them down in this script we have here. And we're going to act out the script in a dramatic scene later in the show.
And don't forget, Elgin is in the chat, so if he prompts you, follow along, please. But we need your help.
All right, first one. Word a meteorologist would say.
Storm. Animal.
All right, we got some coming in now.
Okay.
It took a moment. I'm seeing sunny for a word a meteorologist would say. We need an animal.
We need an object you will see on a construction site.
What's the animal? I won.
Oh,
chicken.
Rabbit. Oh, let's go with chicken. Chicken is good.
Oh, I see a lot of good words. Cirrus, I like that.
Object you see on a construction site. Did we get that yet? Looks like we got shovel. Excellent.
All right. An adjective a kid would use to insult another kid. Oh, that should be a good one. And while you're thinking of that, the next one is a cartoon character name.
All right, we're going to go with snot nose for the kid insult.
And crane.
Cartoon character name. Did we see any of those come in yet, Mardia?
Not yet. Loser. Nope, that's an adjective a kid uses to insult another kid.
Tweety bird, got
There
it.
we go.
Okay. Type of transportation. I'm not. Type of transportation, we're gonna go with a Hummer.
And can I get a verb?
It's great. There's just a little delay where we see the chat, and so that's why they're coming in fast and furious, but we're... All right, verb. We need a verb.
Fly.
Fly, perfect.
And a body part? I see quite a few verbs. Let's go rice. Next one.
Breakdance.
Tasty.
All right, we got arm. Type of food you might eat as part of a fad diet.
It's not a type of food. Taco.
Good one.
I like that.
I'm not familiar with that fad diet, but I would like to be on it.
How about an adjective? This is awesome.
I'll throw out the next one while we wait for adjective, which is something you put on a sandwich.
And I saw rice cake, so I like that.
For something you put on a sandwich? What kind of sandwiches you eat, Mardia?
It's a special fad diet.
All right. All right, and an adjective I see curious.
Can I get a celebrity chef?
I love that everyone is getting involved. It's like we see every single
Yes.
person in here put a word in the chat.
That is great.
Is guinea pig? What? I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what clue that was befitting. So we're looking for a celebrity chef and then a number. I've seen the first thing I'm seeing
Bobby
is
Flay.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep. No, Bobby Flay is definitely
He's one
a good
of my
one.
faves.
He's a good one. All right, we're looking for now a number and a dish you order in a fancy restaurant.
Doogie. He is a celebrity chef, by the way.
All right, I see 45 for a number, and we need dish you order in a fancy restaurant. Snoop Doggy Dog. I wonder what
A
that
celebrity chef.
tastes like.
Is that the dish?
I know. I
Oh.
think I'm getting them all mixed up.
Okay.
Escargot. That seemed to be a popular one. Okay. And now we've got venue where you'd host a kid's birthday party. Oh, I'm appreciative of Chandra, who wrote it out phonetically, because I didn't take French since 8th grade, and I probably would have mispronounced that otherwise. Dish you order, oh no, we're at venue where you'd host a kid's birthday party.
Chuck E. Cheese.
How did I know?
I saw Zava Zone too.
And then we also need what you'd shout if you got a stain on your very expensive shirt. And pretend there's a child present. We want to keep this family friendly. Somebody might say, but Forrest says he speaks French. Oh crap, says
I like
Jan.
that.
Thank you, Jan. All right, we need an adjective and 2 nouns, so just throw those in there.
Yes.
You can throw them in at the same chat. An adjective and 2 nouns. love seeing
Cheese and crackers.
what people would say if they got a stain on their shirt.
Puchika?
Grandma. I might call my grandmother too because she'd get the stain out and I would just make it worse. So we're looking for nouns and adjectives. All right. I'm gonna
Thick
go
and
with,
sweet.
Yep, good. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's two. Let's go with thick for the adjective.
Okay.
I'm seeing overalls. And I'm seeing bull.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. All right. We're halfway there. What you'd shout if you saw a spider crawling up your leg?
You don't want to ask me that.
Again, G-rated, please. And while we're doing that, we also need a color with more than 2 syllables.
Perfect. If you saw a spider crawling up your leg?
Oh, sure. Why not? We assume that somebody would be alarmed, but some people love a good spider and they welcome it upon their pants.
I'm with the eek, ack, and yikes myself.
All right, color with more than 2 syllables. Orange just has 2. Magenta. Thank you.
Magenta. Okay.
Sorry, Mardia. I've been listed all
No,
these.
go
Would you
right
like
ahead.
to-
Go
okay.
right ahead.
What you'd shout again with the shouting? If you saw your house on fire, I think we can use eek from earlier actually
I
to
like
keep
eek.
that
Okay.
going. And then we need any silly word at all. Just any silly word. You could make it up. And we'll also need a body part next. So divvy them up.
And while we're taking these words, I just want to thank you so much because I see that the donations are active in the chat. So I want to continue to remind you that you can continue to make donations. Thank you very, very much. And continue to text your selfies.
Okay, we got our silly word, which was fiddlestank, which might be 2 words, but I'm all for it. Then we needed a body part, please.
I saw fingernail. Someone said fingernail.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So let's go with a song lyric that everyone knows. Please. What's a pouch of Douglas?
Nope.
Oh. Okay.
Christian has clearly
Really?
seen Nanette or one of I'm forgetting the comics
we're
name.
live.
But, okay. Oh, I like the word lapsadaisy. Okay. We've got arms. Oh, we've got
YMCA. Is that the song lyric that everyone knows?
I don't think that counts as a full lyric. Can we please?
Beat it.
Bye bye Miss American Pie. That's
I like
a good
that. I like that.
full lyric.
Okay.
Thank you.
And now a chain restaurant, please.
I promise you this is going to be so worth it.
For the next number, I saw someone shout out 1981, so I already put that in.
Great. Perfect.
So we want a chain restaurant and then a curse word you'd say in front of a child.
Which there were so many good ones earlier. We should have captured more of those. I think.
Oh, Matchbox.
Great.
Matchbox. That's a chain
A good
restaurant.
local chain. We could have used this Mad Lib as a sponsoring opportunity. I didn't think of it.
So I asked for the curse words you say in front of a child, and then a pet name.
This is a really important one. Pet name for your significant other, or any significant other.
Dag nabbit. I like that.
Good one.
Dag nab it. Jeez Louise. Cheese and cracker.
Did we get pet name for a significant other yet? Oh,
Sweet pea.
Apparently, we both really like that and are going to start using it. Maybe just to call each other that in the office. Where are we? Adjective and then a noun. So get those out. Those are the easy ones. Adjective and noun. Boo boo bear. This is really revealing.
This really is. Who's Poppy Rico? It's in the chat.
All right. We need a noun and an adjective.
So I was going to read LOL.
Don't get distracted, chatters. We need your words. All right, sugar is also a noun. I know someone said that as the pet
so
name,
we're going to use
but
that.
we're just going to use that as the noun.
Exquisite.
Oh,
I like that.
that's like a GRE word. Nice. Okay.
A profession, please, and then a relative.
Ooh, I'm so sorry, Mardia. Profession and a relative. Oh, somebody wants to be a dentist.
I'm going to stop
Clearly,
reading the chat.
somebody wants to be a dentist, so we'll
All
use
right.
that. We need aunt, okay,
All
or
right.
aunt, depending on which part of the country you live in. And we
A famous
need
person.
Any famous person at all. First one you think of. Oh, thank you, Senator Kagan, proctologist. I'm gonna change dentist actually.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Overruled on that
I
one.
cannot. Okay. We need. Wow. People are really digging deep. Famous person. We need a famous person. Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi. That's
thank
a
you,
really
Diana.
good one.
And thank you for your donation earlier.
And the jersey.
Okay, we're so
mentioned,
close.
but-
We're so close, everyone. Just stick with us. Verb, and then a noun.
Oh.
Joe Biden.
A couple of famous politicians in
Yeah.
there. Brad Pitt. Oh, that's mommy. Was I supposed to shout out my mom?
You can't. All right, we need a verb and a noun.
Donate.
Good one. Good one. Glad it's on everyone's mind. And shout. That's a noun. I'm sorry, a verb.
Hat.
Hat.
Now I need a noun describing a group. That should be interesting.
Jackie wrote hurry in the chat, and I'm not sure if that's a message to us or if she wanted to use that. as the verb.
Cornucopia. I love it. Isn't that a group of corn and...
A cornucopia? Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cornucopia.
And we need plural animals.
Herd.
Good one.
Something that
No,
wait.
herd doesn't work. Sorry,
Oh.
I'm so sorry. But we just need plural animals. We're yelling them out so fast that
Okay.
we already got cornucopia for the group. We just need plural animals. So a word for any animal, but pluralized, if you will. I heard geese from our in-studio audience. And something that weighs more than 100 pounds.
Ooh,
Which,
octopi.
I know this was for the other thing, but cows are pretty heavy. So,
A murder of crows. You guys are awesome.
I know, look at all the animal. We've got a lot of biologists in the chat. All right, we need a number, another number. Were there any adjectives people saw earlier that they really liked? Oh. Well,
Me.
I don't know
What's
how
me?
we would. Me is the thing that weighs over 100 pounds.
Oh, I'm not saying that. Sorry.
Oh, okay. We've got 55 is the number. Thank you.
Okay. And food items. Oh, pie. A bag of groceries.
And I
Ways.
heard rambunctious for the adjective. Great. So that's all the way down here.
Okay.
Okay. And then we've got food items coming in. We need two more, just two more. Any superlative. Oh, there's my mom. 51. Good number, Mom. I'm sorry, but I already used a different one.
Hey, Mom.
Food, no, where are we at? Food items. Superlative. Granola bars.
Granola bars, okay.
Any superlative and any verb ending in ing, and that will complete our
list.
script.
Excellent.
Thanks, Gigi. New board member, Gigi. Gigi going from Milk Lady Markets. Okay. And did we get our verb ending in ing?
Amazing.
If only kale was a verb. I often think.
You don't like amazing?
Oh, that's not a verb.
Laughing. Laughing.
That's what you all will be doing at that point in the script, so that seems appropriate. Okay. Whew! We did it.
Thank you.
We got it.
Superlative was excellent.
Okay, sorry. We need another. We're consulting with the judges.
Most amazing.
Most amazing.
Thank you.
All right. Well, y'all should just go do a crossword puzzle now because you're warmed up.
But we do want to thank you for continuing to send in your selfies and continuing to make donations. Don't forget, we are here, well, not all night, but you can text MANNA to 50155.
But maybe we should get to the awards.
I think that might be why people are here.
Yeah. Very important part.
Okay.
This year has taught our MANNA staff a lot. How to do Mad Libs, how to be flexible, how to stay safe while still serving. And most of all, it's demonstrated that we cannot do this work alone. The heroes that we're honoring tonight have helped to make Montgomery County great and contributed to MANNA's mission of food for all, whether as a community ally in promotion of community health, a fighter in the, a teammate in the fight for food security, or a county leader who creates unique service opportunities. Time and again, these partners have rolled up their sleeves and worked hand in hand with us to improve our food distribution, education, and advocacy initiatives. And that is why we're so pleased to be honoring them this evening. Let's start with our Corporate Hero Award.
Jenna and I were there. We both remember when we opened our center in East County, and Cigna, our partner, came up and they offered health screenings for our participants. But that's not the only way Cigna has been involved with us. You know, they also support our innovative programs like our Manny, which is our mobile kitchen. It's part of our community food education program. And what Manny does is goes into the community and teaches community members lifelong skills about healthy eating and other skills. We also use Manny to go into the community for harder to reach areas and use it as a pop-up pantry to share food and education. But that's not all. Cigna also, you can find their employees getting involved in food drives. They're always collecting for us. They volunteer in the community and just always finding a way to give back. We are so pleased, and I would like you to join us as we honor tonight our corporate hero against hunger.
I'm Monica Schmoody. I'm the market president for Cigna of the Mid-Atlantic. It's so important to give back to the community. At Cigna, we have an incredible culture. Employees wake up each day thinking about how do we give back? How do we help? How do we serve? Cigna is giving back to the community in many ways, and it really supports who we are as an organization, and it supports our mission of improving the health, well-being, and peace of mind of those that we serve. And it's really what I love most about MANNA, because we're so aligned in our mission to help the community. Because we know corporations can't do it alone. One community entity cannot do it alone. Nonprofits cannot do it alone. And really moving the needle on critical issues like food insecurity. Cigna has supported MANNA Food Center in a few ways. Manny is a great example of how we've supported. So Manny helps us to get education out about healthy eating and healthy food. It also serves as a mobile way to get food into communities where it may not have been able to before. This award means so much to Cigna, and I'm honored to be accepting it on behalf of Cigna. The Heroes Against Hunger Corporate Award really speaks to the opportunity for not only me as a leader, but certainly Cigna as an organization to step into a space, shine light on a need, and deliver to that need.
The next is you just tell me that it's time for a Community Hero Award. Mardia, have you ever had a neighbor you could always count on for a cup of sugar?
Yes.
How about 3 pallets of salad mix?
Not so much.
Well, you would if you lived near Reverend Pat Drumming and the Rainbow Community Development Center. Rainbow have been stalwart collaborators of MANNA's for years, and they work tirelessly to promote food security in the county. And that's why I'm so excited to be presenting this award to them this evening. Since MANNA added our location in Silver Spring 2 years ago, I can basically wave at Reverend Pat from my office window. But we were partners long before we were neighbors. Reverend Pat and Rainbow were one of the first organizations to sign up for a community food rescue program many years ago. Her feedback and enthusiasm and encouragement were really important as we tested the model. In fact, her testimonies at many community meetings were, I think, why we got so many members to join the network in the first place. What's more, for the last 20 years, Rainbow has been providing weekly food support to many Montgomery County households. And when COVID hit, they rose to the challenge, providing over 600,000 pounds of food to over 20,000 individuals, and sharing an additional 325,000 pounds of food with 13 partner agencies. You would be hard-pressed to find a neighbor, a partner, with a more collaborative, compassionate, and can-do spirit as Reverend Pat and Rainbow. I know that dozens of food assistance organizations, some of whom are here and chatting with us today, share in my gratitude and our applause for our community hero against hunger.
My name is Patricia Drumming. I'm the Executive Director for Rainbow Community Development Center. Rainbow Community Development Center was started back in 1999, where we were receiving so many requests at the church for needs in the community where they needed help with food, their utilities, with rent. Initially, my husband and I would take people to the store, and we would allow ourselves $100. And as we were getting more and more requests, seeing more demand, a group of us at church realized there's no way we could continue to do it alone and that we needed help. Rainbow shares the produce that we receive with 13 other Montgomery County food provider agencies across the county. And we're able to do that because we get so much produce from our partner agencies. The need is here. It's not going to go away as soon as COVID goes away. COVID has changed us drastically here at Rainbow. We have gone from serving 60 to 65 households in a week to anywhere from 350 to 500 every week. Prior to COVID, we were providing a 7 to 10 day supply of food. Now we provide a 12 to 14 day supply of food. MANNA has been one of our partners for many years, and as a matter of fact, one of the first agencies that was sharing food with us. On behalf of Rainbow Community Development Center and Rainbow Family Christian Center, which houses the food pantry for us and gives us the office space, thank you to MANNA. We're honored that they recognize that we're a vital part in this fight against hunger. I especially want to thank all of the volunteers who have been so committed, so diligent to be here day in and day out. I want to thank all of our corporate partners and our corporate donors, because clearly we could not do any of this without them. We are serving people in need, and we are impacting and making a difference in the lives of those who need it the most. So we want to say thank you.
Jenna, I definitely need a neighbor like that.
We all do. Love Reverend Pat.
Yes.
I love how she looked in that cape. Just
amazing.
It's just another day in the world of food assistance.
Okay, but before we go any further, I want to remind you that it is your last chance to text your selfie. So don't forget, take a selfie of yourself with your toast and send it in to the number on the screen.
You can also still make donations. You can text them to 50155. Thank you for those of you that have donated thus far. But now it's time to introduce our individual hero against hunger.
Coach, mentor, friend, colleague. These are just a few of the nouns that we could use to describe tonight's honoree. But you know, Jenna, I think hero is quite fitting. Bruce Adams has served Montgomery County, well, in so many ways that we would go on and on listing them tonight. But I do want to take some time to just mention a little bit about what he and his influence has meant to MANNA Food Center. You know, back in 2010, Bruce started the Feed the Hungry Challenge. And that's a challenge that brings together collegiate baseball players to collect food and help all of us that that serve here at MANNA Food Center. What they do is they get all these players together, and over the last 10 years, they have collected over 30 tons of food.
That's a lot of food.
That's a lot of food. So I'd like to say thank you to Bruce and the players from teams like the Bethesda Big Train and the Silver Spring Tacoma Thunderbolts, as well as the Gaithersburg Giants. All the college players and the interns, they all come together in this effort. But that's not all. In the 8 years that Bruce served on the county council, he also was tirelessly championing MANNA's efforts, including making sure that our efforts and advocacy towards SNAP outreach and SNAP benefits were championed. You know, actually, that all of the initiatives that Bruce supported as far as SNAP went to help to make sure that farmers markets in Montgomery County now accept SNAP benefits. And that has translated to nationwide. That's really awesome. That goes a long way to help families. And Bruce is also really an amazing person, because going back to the challenge, I just have to say personally that I missed this past year because we had to cancel the challenge. But I so looked forward to Bruce coming into our warehouse and collecting, because he took care of all the logistics and he just made sure that all the teams got what they needed, and he would personally bring the food into the warehouse. So we look forward to it happening again this year. But that's just a little bit. Let me take this time to make sure that we say a big congratulations and present to you our individual hero against hunger.
Bruce Adams, I'm the founder of the Bethesda Community Baseball Club. The Cal Ripken Collegiate Baseball League brings really outstanding Division I players from across the country here to Montgomery County and Greater Washington every June and July. The Cal Ripken Feed the Hungry Challenge was to have the 3 and 4 Montgomery County teams roll up their sleeves and have the guys go out on Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon and collect food for MANNA. So we'd spread out the giant food stores all over Montgomery County. And MANNA has a trophy, and they would give the trophy to the team that collected the most food. What's so inspiring is that these players are from all over the country. They're not from here. And they come and you listen to them and they go like, wow, we don't have an organization like this. We should have a MANNA back home. So 500 players, and they've collected 60,000 tons of food for MANNA in the last 10 years. The County Council gave us a proclamation in 2019 for our decade of service. When I was on the County Council, I created something called Community Service Day. Collecting food for MANNA is the perfect Community Service Day project. When I was head of the community partnerships for County Executive Leggett, the Volunteer Center was part of my office. And so I came up with this idea because, for decades I've been doing MANNA food drives. I mean, it's just what you do in Montgomery County. People are hungry all year round. They're not just hungry when it's convenient for us around the holidays to collect food. So I thought, what about a summer drive? So our Bethesda Big Train baseball, we've always tried to be about more than just the baseball, to be part of the community. And I thought this would be a perfect project for the whole Ripken League to get involved in. And it's worked out really well. If you do some community service when you're young, you can make a lifetime habit. You can really ingrain it in your whole future. It's a great honor to get an award from MANNA. I'm grateful for the recognition of me, but particularly my colleagues at the Cal Ripken Collegiate Baseball League. So many people have done so much more than I have during the pandemic. I mean, I'm in awe of the MANNA staff and volunteers and all the first responders and doctors and nurses and grocery store clerks that have gotten us through this. So I want to pay tribute to them.
It's been so nice to see the kudos in the chat. Bruce definitely deserves all of them.
Yes, yes.
In years past, we've typically looked outside of MANNA to identify heroes to honor, like tonight. But specifically this year, we want to uplift our colleagues on the front line, MANNA's drivers, our warehouse and food distribution staff.
These colleagues were well aware of the risks posed by the pandemic, but they still continue to serve the community. And it just really gives me a great pleasure to honor our personal heroes, the MANNA Food Center logistics team.
Just a couple words are coming to my mind. Courageous. Second, dedication. Going out there and risking themselves and their families. They did a lot of sacrifice. and they're still doing sacrifices.
One of the great things that I get to do is talk to the participants about their experiences, about what we do. They're always sharing how the drivers have been there for them, how respectful they are, how courteous they are, how patient they are. They can sense their respect, they can see it, they hear it. And a lot of our participants have been coming for a long time. And so they do get to know the drivers, and they've learned to trust them, and they know that they are going to be respected, never judged. And they'll tell you that all the time.
They do like joking around, but that's a can-do spirit that they have. You know, it's fun. It make the day a lot easier. That's what makes this work. For them, they're my heroes. They've made me look as a director or as another teammate, because I don't really don't call myself as a director for them. Just being honored to have those guys going out there in and out every day.
Didn't I say they were awesome? Thank you so much. Okay, now a moment of levity. It's time for MANNA LIB Theater!
Some of you watching may not know this, but MANNA has a team of on-the-ground heroes who make rescues every day. Rescues of food, that is. That's right. These volunteer food runners save hundreds of pounds of surplus food daily. Food at risk of being tossed out without ever making it to someone's stomach. This is their story.
I'm finally here.
Captain Sunny Chicken, thank goodness, where have you been?
Sorry. Shovel. What a morning. My poo pants roommate, Tweety Bird, took my Vespa without asking, so I had to fly all the way here. What did I miss?
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I've been up to my arm in calls. The usual. Some tacos lost in the woods, some curious rice cakes abandoned outside Bobby Flay High School. You know. But there were 45 cases of escargot at Chuck E. Cheese we just didn't quite get to in time.
Oh, crap.
I know. We need you out there, Captain Sunny Chicken. Are you ready?
Readier than thick overalls on a bull.
That's the spirit. Oh, I have another call coming in. Perfect. We've got a code magenta. Eek! You've got to get to Fiddlestick Street. I'll guide you from here.
On it.
Wait. Don't forget these reusable bags provided by our longtime partner and event sponsor, Giant Food.
Thanks, Shovel. I swear I'd forget my fingernail if it wasn't screwed on.
Wait, don't forget our rescue mantra.
Oh, of course.
3, 2, 1. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Hello, Food Rescue Headquarters.
I'm on Fiddlestank Street.
Oh, you're looking for the matchbox.
But there's 1,981 matchboxes on this street.
Dag nabbit. Hold on, Sweet Pea, I got you. Combing the back, mainframe, CCTV, fracking the database, triangulating satellite orbitals. Okay, almost there. Enhancing the image. Gotcha. It's coming up on your left. There's exquisite sugar outside. Yep, I see it. Whew. Man, sometimes I wonder why I just didn't become a proctologist like my Aunt Bon Jovi advised. Well, it wasn't easy. I had to donate a hat just to get into the parking lot, where there was a cornucopia of geese waiting for me, but I fought them off and grabbed these right before a cow from the construction site next door fell on top of them. Wow. But rest assured, all 55 granola bars are here in this bag. This may have been our most amazing rescue yet. Well, you know what they say, when the going gets tough, the rambunctious get laughing. Ain't that the truth? And scene. But seriously, folks, food waste is a really important issue. In Montgomery County, food accounts for about 146,000 tons of our organic waste. Wasting food contributes to greenhouse gas emissions and wastes the land and water and energy used to create that food. Check out our website or communityfoodrescue.org to learn more and see what you can do to help.
Hi everybody, I hope you're enjoying the show. Mardia and Jenna are pretty funny, huh? Imagine working with them every day. Let's get back to some serious stuff. At the top of the show, we had greetings from elected officials, and I just want to take a moment to recognize them. They're dedicated public servants, and they've always been here for MANNA. Whether it was recently when we needed funding for renovation of this warehouse at 9311 Gaither Road, or our expansion and creation of a marketplace in East County, we were able to build political will. This was incredibly important when we secured special appropriations in order to rapidly respond to the pandemic. So I just wanted to thank those elected officials for being part of our work and our mission, and also part of saluting our Heroes Against Hunger. Beyond the public sector support that we received, I'm really thankful for the private support that we received from donors like you. Together, we've created an amazing force for good that was ready to respond when our community needed us. All of you watching today have had a special role to play in our COVID response, and again, I thank you. I also want to give a special acknowledgement to the supporters of our Food for All capital campaign. That campaign allowed us to renovate our warehouse in Gaithersburg, create an expanded presence in Silver Spring with a marketplace and training center, and also laid the groundwork for our rapid response to COVID. I also want to give a special shout out to MANNA alum Stephanie Hubbard, as well as Mary Robinson and her team at Capacity Partners. They made the launch of our campaign successful. I, of course, also want to recognize our presenting partners for tonight's event. Giant was present at the creation of MANNA, giving us our first refrigerated equipment as well as essential food to donate way back when Jenna was born in 1983. And more recently, we've developed strong ties with Cigna, who, like us, is very concerned about preventing and responding to diet-related diseases. We're really very grateful to both Giant and Cigna. Well, it's a night of heroes, and so I really want to recognize our volunteers. Whether it be volunteers in our warehouse, our food distribution sites, remotely in our call center, corporate groups volunteering, or food runners and food rescuers, we could not do our work and deliver on our mission without our volunteers. Thank you. And of course, I want to thank our food donors, especially our students and scouts, kids that work together to make food drives possible throughout the community. Faith groups are also so important by doing food drives at churches, synagogues, and temples. Civic organizations and businesses and just regular families do food drives and drop off their donations at our warehouse. We really appreciate the support. Also, I want to take a moment to recognize the MANNA Food Center staff. First of all, Sam Miller, who's producing this event, but each and every person who showed up, stayed safe, and kept serving. I also want to recognize their loved ones that supported them behind the scenes. I'm very proud to work with you and very grateful to everyone who is part of the MANNA Food Center staff. All right, we're almost at the toast. But first, let me remind you that if you're able, we'd appreciate you donating to MANNA by texting MANNA to 50155. Enjoy the show, and again, congratulations to our awardees, Bruce, Reverend Pat and her team, Matt, and everyone at Cigna. Now, we're going to enjoy the rest of the show by turning it back over to Mardia and Jenna.
Thank you, Jackie. The legacy of MANNA Food Center has been built on all of those heroes, corporate, individual, community, that have come before us, whether they sport a cape or not. And thankfully, our vision will be brought to fruition by volunteers and friends and community members and supporters like you. We are so happy for all of you that have joined us tonight. So now it's time for us to raise our glass and toast.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Look at all those people who sent in selfies. Cheers. Cheers to you. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
To you.
Cheers.
You down there. Thank you so much to everyone who sent in selfies. They look so good. Thank you to everyone who made a donation. I don't know where we're at with donations, but thank you so much for your generosity. And thank you for your participation tonight. Thank you for watching from home, for chatting at us, for sending kudos and affirmations, and for sending those silly words and nouns and adjectives on and on.
I do want to say one special thank you.
Okay, I did, but you say it first.
Let me say it first. I do want to thank our director, our executive producer, and writer, and all of the behind the scenes folks that have worked so hard to make this happen, because we wouldn't be able to do this without them. So we are eternally grateful. Thank you very much.
She's looking at them, you can't tell. And I wanted to say thank you to my co-host, Mardia Dennis, who leads the amazing team that put this all together. Cheers to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jenna. Cheers to you. Thank you.
Before we turn this into too much of a mutual admiration society, I'm just going to say thank you again, and we look forward to actually seeing you next year.
Yes.
So join us. But in the meantime, have a great night.
MANNA Food Center would like to take this moment to thank our generous sponsors, starting with our presenting partners, Giant Food Incorporated and Cigna. Thank you. Thank you to our sustaining partners, Pasternak and Fidus and Cureleaf. Thank you to our supporting partners, Adventist Healthcare, Catherine Kopp. Thank you to our community partners, IMEZ, MedStar Montgomery, City National Bank, Share Our Strength, the Keene Family, Capital Bank, Sodexo Stop Hunger Foundation, Links Incorporated Washington, D.C. Chapter, Kingdom Fellowship AME, Newmark Grubb Knight Frank, the Amity Club, and Andrew Lang. And last but not least, our leadership circle, Mitchell and Judy Glassman, Lisa Davis, Jason Mills, Margaret Rogers, Capacity Partners, Amy Kokenauer, MCW Creative Group, Dave and Erna Brown, and the Pearls of Hope Foundation. You all made tonight possible. And to everyone who watched live and donated tonight, thank you. Your contributions will help MANNA Food Center continue feeding hope and ending hunger here in Montgomery County. Good night.